What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the Priest, and what I've done here is I've built two specs for you. I've built a Shadow DPS spec and a healing spec with some pre-raid best in slot gear that you guys can equip before stepping foot into the Black Fathom Deep's raid for the first time. So without further ado, guys, let's dive in. Okay, so starting off with our Shadow Priest, we're going to take a look at our chest rune, and the only choice here that's going to make any sense for PvE DPS is going to be Twisted Faith, which gives Mind Flay and Mind Blast, deal 20% increased damage to targets afflicted with Shadow Word Pain, and that's going to play into another rune that we're going to be using later on. The only other one here that might make sense is Void Plague, afflicts the target with a disease that causes 116 shadow damage over 18 seconds, but the DPS increase from this to this is pretty big, so Twisted Fate is going to be the better choice here. And then on our legs, we're going to pick up Shared Pain. Your Shadow Word Pain now also afflicts up to 2 additional nearby targets within 15 yards. So basically, this is going to be on Trash. You're going to be using Shadow Word Pain. You're basically going to cast Shadow Word Pain once, and it's going to cleave onto a couple of other enemies, or you can use Homunculi for more single target. You would be using this probably on bosses, but Shared Pain would be the correct choice here. And then for our hand rune, yes, of course, we're taking Mind Seer. Causes an explosion of shadow magic around the enemy target, causing 35 to 39 shadow damage every 1 second for 5 seconds to all enemies within 10 yards around that target. So we're going to take Mind Seer here. Shadow Word Death is more of a PvP ability. It's kind of like an execute. So Mind Seer is going to actually increase our DPS here. Again, you could argue that taking Shadow Word Death would be better for single targets, but again, just for generalized building, we're going to take Mind Seer. You could also switch out to this on boss fights to use that as kind of like an execute, but that's completely up to you, or even just throw it in your rotation as another burst damage. As for talents, we're going to take 5 points into Spirit Tap. Gives you a 100% chance to gain 100% bonus to your spirit after killing a target that yields experience for the duration. Your mana will regenerate at 50% rate while casting. Lasts 15 seconds. Now, you may not be getting the killing blow all the time here, but honestly, Blackout is more of a PvP ability anyways, so getting that stun on targets that you're damaging wouldn't really make sense in raid, so Spirit Tap is the better ability here. And then we're going to put 3 points in Shadow Affinity. Reduces the threat generated by your shadow spells by 25%. 2 points in Shadow Word Pain Improved. We're going to increase the duration of your Shadow Word Pain by 6 seconds, so Shared Pain and Improved Shadow Word Pain are going to do a good amount of damage for us. And then 4 points in Shadow Focus. Reduces the target's chance to resist your shadow spells by 8%. So you're basically getting 8% hit at level 25 with this. And then we take Mind Flay, assault the target's mind with shadow energy, causing 75 shadow damage over 3 seconds and slowing their movement speed by 50%. And that leaves us with 1 point left, and I threw it into Shadow Weaving. Your shadow damage spells have a 20% chance to cause the target to be vulnerable to shadow damage. This vulnerability increases the shadow damage dealt to your target by 3% and lasts 15 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. So you can do some different things here. If we're running out of mana, you may want to go over into Discipline and go Wand spec. Not really sure how this is going to play out. This may change once it's out and once we start clearing this raid, but as for right now, this would be the build you want to run. So let's go check out some gear. As for gear, we have the Bright Eye Goggles from Engineering, 9 Spirit, 9 Stam, and then on our neck, we can pick up any neck piece of the Owl if we can get our hands on it. If we can't, then we can always pick up the Sentinel's Medallion just for 2 stamina from the Warsong Rep Honored. However, picking up something of the Owl would be best in slot here to get some intel and spirit. And then for shoulders, back piece, chest piece, bracers, and your weapon, pick up anything you can of Shadow Wrath to kind of get in the realm of having anywhere between 60 to 80 shadow damage. As you can see down here, getting that amount of shadow damage will be pretty good. It's going to help your DPS quite a bit. And then we're going to weave in some other pieces that have some spirit and intel on them. But I do think Shadow Priests are going to have mana issues this early on, but I guess we have to wait and see how fast things die. For our gloves, we have Hands of Darkness. These are a tailor-crafted item that will give you 9 shadow damage and 5 spirit. For our belt, we got Belt of Aragul from Shadowfang Keep. You're going to get 10 intel, 3 spirit, 2 agility from this. We have the Silver Thread Pants, which are going to give you 8 intellect, 4 spirit, 4 stamina. The Spider Silk Boots, 7 spirit, 4 intellect, 4 stamina. The Lore Keeper's Ring, which is great, and you can get it from Honored with Warsong Rep. This is going to give you 2 stamina, 5 spell damage, and 2 MP5. Should help with those mana issues a little bit. You could pick up the lavishly jeweled ring from Dead Mines. You could definitely try and farm this out. You're going to get 6 intel, 2 agility from that. If you can't grab that, pick up something else like an Azora's Will for 5 intellect, which is very similar, or even Seal of Rin, which I do think people are going to be doing. You can get Seal of Rin. It's going to give you 4 stam, 3 spirit, 3 agility, 3 strength, and 4 intellect. So this is another good piece, and people will be doing this. And then as for trinkets, none of these trinkets are going to increase your DPS. And then for wands, I just put Cookie's Stirring Wand here. But if we do have to go wand spec, maybe trying to pick up something like a world drop, like Dire Wand would do the trick as well. But Cookie's Stirring Wand would definitely be the best in slot wand here. So let's move on to our healing spec. As for healing, on our chest rune, we're going to take Serendipity. Healing with Flash Heal reduces the cast time of your next lesser heal, greater heal, or prayer of healing by 20% for 20 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. So that's pretty huge. You're going to want to take Serendipity. No questions asked there. I mean, the only other one here would be Strength of Soul, but this would be more of a PvP focused rune. I would take Serendipity here. And then the leg rune, obviously we want to take Prayer of Mending. Power Word Barrier simply isn't that good, and it's not that strong. It may get some tweaking later on to make it useful, but Prayer of Mending is a no-brainer right here. Places a spell on the target that heals them for 150 the next time they take damage or receive healing. When the heal occurs, Prayer of Mending jumps to a party member or raid member within 20 yards, jumps up to 5 times, and lasts 30 seconds after each jump. This spell can only be placed on one target at a time. So you want to take Prayer of Mending on your leg rune. And then for our hand rune, we have Circle of Healing. Heals all of target players, party members within 15 yards of target player for 82 to 92 damage. This is going to be a great AoE heal for priests if you're on raid healing, so there's really no other choice here. Penance, again, is more of a single target like tank healing ability or PvP based, really. So Circle of Healing would be good for raiding. Now, jumping into some of our talents, we put 5 points in Holy Specialization, increase the critical strike chance of your holy spells by 5%, 2 points into Healing Focus gives you a 70% chance to avoid interruption caused while casting any healing spell, and then we have Divine Fury, reduces the casting time of your Smite, Holy Fire, Heal, and Greater Heal by 0.5 seconds, 3 points in Inspiration, increase your target's armor by 25% for 15 seconds after getting a critical effect from your Flash Heal, Greater Heal, and Prayer of Healing spell, and then I put 1 point in Improved Healing to reduce the mana cost of your Lesser Heal, and Greater Heal by 5%. So let's take a look at some gear. As for our gear for healing, we're going to go with the Bright Eye Goggles from Engineering. You're going to get 9 Spirit, 9 Stam from those. Again, a neck piece of the Owl, if you can get your hands on one. And for our shoulders, we have Magician's Mantle, but you can also pick up Feline Mantle, which is 10 Intel, 3 Spirit, 2 Agility from Shadowfang Keep. Magician's Mantle might be pretty expensive because it is a BOE World drop. So we're going to go with Feline Mantle there. And then as for our cape slot, we're going to go with Banded Cloak of Healing or anything of healing in this slot to get 13 additional healing. That would be pretty nice. Robes of Aragul, we're going to get 10 Spirit, 9 Intel, 5 Stamina, 3 Agility on there with 2 stats enchanted on it. Durable Bracers of Healing for another 13 healing, and then we can enchant those with 7 Spirit. Staff of the Blessed Seer. So this is another world drop. It might be pretty pricey, but you would get 24 additional healing from this, 3 Spirit and 2 Stamina. If you don't have that and you don't want to spend the money and your alliance, you can go for Staff of Westfall, which is 11 Spirit, 5 Intel, which is really nice. Or you can go for the Revered Staff from your Warsong rep and get 9 Stam, 5 Intel, 3 MP5, or even the Emberstone Staff would do the trick here. As for our gloves, we have True Faith gloves. These are another tailor-crafted gloves that are going to give you 15 to plus healing and 3 intellect. Durable Belt of Healing gives you 18 healing. And then our pants, we have Ivy Cloth Pants of Healing for another 24 healing. And then as for our boots, we go with Spider Silk Boots. Obviously, that's 7 Spirit, 4 Intel, 4 Stamina, 3 Spirit enchanted on there. And then the Lore Keeper's Ring, again, from being honored with your Warsong rep. That's going to give you 2 Stam, 5 healing, and 2 MP5. And then for our ring here, we can go with the Queen's Jewel, but I don't think this is going to be plentiful as this is a 25 BOE world drop. So we can go with the Deep Fathom Ring from Wailing Caverns, which is 6 Spirit, 3 Stam, 3 Intellect if you're Horde, or if you're Alliance, you can go for the Lavishly Jeweled Ring or Seal of Rin. And then as for trinkets, again, nothing here to increase your healing at all, and then we just picked up Cookie's Stirring Wand. So if you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button. It really does help me out a lot. And drop some comments down below. Let me know what you would change with this build or with this gear. And if you have nothing to say at all, drop an emoji. It really does help me out with the algorithm. And consider subscribing to the channel and turning on post notifications so you don't miss the next time I post a video. We're covering all of Season of Discovery and then all through the season and whatever the next season is as well. I'm having a blast doing this and you guys are enjoying the content. So thank you all so much for the support. And if you want to hang out with me live, I do stream on Twitch Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern time at twitch.tv/hammerdance. I'll drop a link to that in the description below this video. And if you want to access any of these class builds or talents or gear or anything that I'm doing, I'm dropping them in the class channels in the community Discord, so you guys can mess with them there if you want to have access to it. But anyways, guys, that's all I've got for you today. So thank you all so much for watching and listening in. I'll see you all in the next one.